bulaba. You dey speak in tongue, oh, abala bala bulaba. You dey speak in tongue. Brother, thank you so much for your patience, right? Julian,
Yes,
did you say Julian?
Yes, Julian.
Beautiful,
from
Baba.
Denver, Colorado. This is actually my first time.
I know.
Getting you.
And I'm glad that you did, Baba.
This is my first time. And I'm really shocked that I could get to you.
So that
I'm so happy.
I had that reaction where you're like, oh my God, but good enough. That wasn't live.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that personally. So yeah, how are you, Baba?
Oh, fine, thank you. I came across you while, on YouTube.
Oh.
And it's so amazing that, for someone to be talking and people will be listening for hours, it shows that you have great talent. Because
thanks, man.
I can't see myself listening to somebody for hours on end without getting tired, without getting bored. So I'll give that to you. And you're being truthful. God bless you. And I also enjoy the way you yab them. That's what makes me laugh. I get entertained when you yab them. Look, I was thinking I know how to abuse until I met you.
Oh.
Man, you know how to give it to them. So kudos for that.
Thanks again.
It makes my day. Even if I'm bored and I hear the way you yab those politicians, I'm happy.
Thanks, man.
I have this thing to say.
Please.
You see, in 1984, when Buhari entered, I was 11. Let me say that. I was 11. He entered 83 December.
Yeah, 83 December.
Then 84
January. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So he's been really, really, I don't even know what to say about that guy. And the nation went through hell then. And it seems Nigerians are always forgetful. And you can't even believe, during that time when he was there, they would just go to the market, they do all kinds of things. There was so much lawlessness. So when he wanted to come in 2015, I kept telling people, even my mates, I said, have you guys forgotten how when this guy was in, all the hell he unleashed on Nigerians? They said, no. I said, okay. Nobody even tried to listen to whatever I was, trying to tell them.
It was same everywhere then, I remember. And,
oh my God!
It was like,
and people were trying to. Yeah.
Do you know what somebody said? Do you know what somebody said? Yeah, somebody said that one of the reasons why these young people should never forgive any old man or woman that is supporting APC and Buhari. You know why? They said these were the people who actually witnessed Buhari that time, right? And they knew who he was and who he is. And they told the young people that they should forget all of that he was the best. Now, look at the young people now. 8 years of their lives have been stolen from them by APC. No responsibility.
It's so... And, history always repeats itself. And I don't know why people tend to forget things. During his time in 84, he changed money. During his time, that's when things started going up. Though in 1983, there was austerity measure. Then I was a little child. I knew austerity measure during the time of Shagari. But when he came in, he felt he could suppress austerity by making market women to sell their things below cost price. You see soldiers going into markets then, telling women, okay, sell this at this social price. You see people just rushing. That's not how things are done. And now he changed the money, the currency in 84. And when he came in again, the second time, he did the same thing. My own is that I try to tell people, have you forgotten? No, sometimes people just tend to overlook things. Oh, no. Or try to deceive themselves. I said, this man is evil. He's an evil man.
And he's also incompetent. Even if you don't put it as evil or not, right? He's actually incompetent. Buhari has nothing.
Yes.
That? People know that he has nothing to offer. But they are projecting a lot for him. Expecting a lot from him. And look at the country.
Oh my God.
Decade wasted. 8 years wasted in the lives of young people.
Oh, my brother. You know what? When I knew he was coming in, I said, no way, I'm not going to take this. I'm leaving this country. So I was telling people they felt I was joking. I said, look, I packed my wife, my children. We're out. 2016. I said, I can't take this. Then people started saying the result of his leadership. Now, what is the naira? The naira is almost 1,000. I mean, it's almost 1,000 naira to $1.
It is.
How much was it? How much was it at first? Sometimes when people were traveling, the dollar was still 150. 150. As he was about entering, it increased to 200. And now, 700. Do you know that it hurts me so bad that men can't be men any longer in Nigeria. A man can't be a man any longer. People have thrown everything to the wind. Now people beg. People don't like. Look, Nigerians are hardworking men. They don't want to beg.
Yeah.
But now you will be forced to, like, you see people begging, please give me, please help me, this and that. And how much? If you send you can't even send 10,000. By the time you give a Nigerian 10,000, by the time you walk from one post to the next, the money is finished. How much is bread? Bread. My own bread. When I saw it online, that sliced bread is now 200 naira? How much?
Are you kidding me? 800, 900.
Yes.
Sliced bread. Like, you mentioned sliced bread like that.
You
know those bread we buy when you are traveling. When you're traveling from Lagos, so you know those big toll gate bread. No, I get bread.
Oh my God.
Those toll gate bread, they were selling for 150 naira back then. They are selling them for like about 1,000 naira now. You know that you know that 50 naira noodles, Indomie. I'm still saying it because Indomie. You should remember them all. When you were in Nigeria, those big pack, 50 naira.
Yes, I remember.
The smaller one, 30 naira. Remember?
Oh my God.
You see that one that is 50 naira was 50 naira is now somewhere around there 250 naira. That same pack. Things have gone beyond.
Oh my God.
But people are kind of coping. That's when they turn to begging instead of pushing back. It's sad though, it's worse so.
Well, apart from begging, they do all kinds of things. Now, you know that parents now in Nigeria allow what I see online and what I hear from phone calls. They just allow things that they won't allow their children to do. That they just close their eyes and people just do all kinds of things for money. What I see online is you see all kinds of things. What people do, it's terrible. And talking about this generation thing, like during our time,
yes,
I read Wole Soyinka's book in secondary school. We had our educational system was at the top then. Our English text was so big that, man, you can't even compare it now. But if Wole Soyinka thinks he has monopoly of knowledge and he feels he can deceive people by speaking Queen's English, he's got it all wrong. Nobody has no monopoly of knowledge.
No.
He feels he could just talk to people and convince them. He feels Nigerians are fools. No way.
Or tell them
country
what
is filled with brilliant minds.
They'll tell you, what do you know?
This country is filled, you've forgotten that this country is filled with brilliant minds. Brilliant minds. And I don't know. We just felt that, okay, go talk to these people and just convince them and, oh God,
it's called brainwashing and gaslighting, but it's not working. That's the problem. I'm
really disappointed in that man.
They are calling us intolerant. People who don't tolerate other people's views. You are insulting us. You are calling it intolerant. Anyway, Julian, let me take other calls too.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Well, nice to hear from you.
It's been a pleasure. I hope I'm lucky next time to have you.
Yeah, me too.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, okay.
So that's Julian from Colorado. It's a pleasure when somebody calls for the first time. Hi, hello there.
Hello, Mayogun.
Yes, sir. How are you?
The guy from Odebolu.
That Ijebu man. Because I call my son that Ijebu boy. Here we are. Baba, how are you?
Yeah, good. This is my first time of calling in.
Amazing.
And I'm quite lucky today getting in today.
I'm lucky to have you, sir.
Yeah. Your program is very, very interesting.
Thank you.
Each time I listen to it, I'm always fascinated,
Thank you very much.
So, but let's go to the topic. It's just unfortunate that Nigeria has gone to this level, because, sometimes you look at what really happens. Look at the election, you understand. We thought that this election could have been, at least, we could have got what they call improvement.
Expectedly.
But I was shocked with what I saw, because are you there?
I am still with you, please. Just
my God, okay, good. So that I told you, God.
No,
so we told that this election is going to be perfect, but it wasn't that way. And they will always tell us that this election is the best election so far we've ever seen, we've ever achieved. No, but you ask yourself, why are people saying this? Do you know how many people that have gone to court? Almost 500.
Yes.
Went to court. And you forgot to ask yourself this question. We spent almost 400 billion to conduct this election. And what happened? This election was a charm.
And they are now look at
the one in
you know what? They are going to spend more
3 billion
now.
3 billion. They are spending 3 billion now.
More to fight the unjustly conducted election. What a waste.
Yes, 3 billion. That's what I'm saying. You're going to spend 3 billion.
Wow.
For INEC. Yeah. And you say something. When you say, you make sense of whatever you're saying. Because there's something you said. And my wife told me something and you repeated it immediately. I said, it's just as if you guys are walking in spirit.
Like I was
ask yourself this question. Yeah, you see a strong Muslim, let's even call Muslim or Christian, supporting a drug baron, and you see people justifying it. Do you understand? Look at, I was just sitting down. I now remember this deputy governor of Lagos State. What was her name? Latifatu Kunu during time of 1990.
Alaja Okunu, yes.
That woman, Alaja Okunu. You know what I thought to myself? I said, before this woman will say she doesn't want Tinubu, Muslims, a strong Muslims, they don't want to do it with anybody that deals with drugs.
Even like Koforola Bokno, who happened to be, you remember Koforola Bokno? She also raised the hand like she would leave Nigeria if Tinubu is elected or chosen, because she knows him very well. People don't have a clue who the man is.
Of course. So we all know these people. We know them. These are people of credibility that has what it takes. I was telling my wife, if you remember this Muslim society, like Latfat,
yes,
Okunu, she's the founder. She's one of the founder, and she's no nonsense woman. And you see people supporting all these things. Do you know how many lives these people have damaged? You understand? They've damaged a lot of lives, and people supporting this kind of a thing. We can't take this. Enough is enough. We need to stand up and speak.
Yes.
Because, those are the mistakes our forefathers were making, because they failed to talk. You understand? And we can't, even with their age now heading to 60, and we're still keeping quiet. Oh, no, Niger.
No.
Oh, no, Niger. Enough is enough.
I mean, they are actually acting surprised that people are reacting this way. And I'm actually surprised that they are surprised that we are reacting this way. When you, insulted the sensitivity of millions of people, and you think you can actually, deceive them and tell them that you are all overreacting. That's how Nigeria is. Just move on. Well.
Omo, these guys are playing games. Just like what happened to P2B in UK. I expected, do you know that I in another program, I was challenging Abike Dabiri that I find it difficult to be that woman. I thought that with her sense of reasoning, she would have come out to say, why will you post my picture with P2B, Lati Bosibo, from where to where? And she refused to talk. And she saw my message. You understand? Is that the kind of people we want? And look at what happened before the campaign. After they've taken Muslim tickets, they went and organized our people Agbero, where they put on bishop garments, and they went free. None of the Christian clergies, even the so-called pastors, none of them could even say, what kind of a thing is this?
No.
Or challenge them to court. Can we do that to Muslims? Can you go and put on a Muslim cleric to put on their dress? The whole country will have been ablaze.
and put Peter Obi in their midst, and they say Islamic Organization of Nigeria, all over there, they have endorsed Peter Obi. Wouldn't they start a riot in northern Nigeria? You would think Peter Obi insulted the prophet, Neil. That's what they would turn it into. They would say he insulted Islam by putting fake people to act like Muslims. But they did it, and they said, yeah, what will happen? And they are not fascists, though. Professor Olusoyinka didn't see them as fascists. But, I mean, it's meant to, Baba. Thank you so much. Let me take another one, too, so that we can manage all the short
all right. Manage it. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Go ahead. I appreciate that. Oh, you wanted to say something. I hope we'll get another chance, sir. Hello there.
Hello, my buddy. It's Jide from London again.
Jide. That's a Jide from London. Jide, Baba, how are you?
Yeah. I'm blessed, man. Listen, these APC people shock me. Each time I think I will be saying, okay, maybe these people have some kind of conscience, and maybe they just evil. I don't know whether you've heard the latest.
What's the latest?
Do you know there is this man of God from the UK that prophesied? He prophesies into nations, speaks into nations, and everything's been coming on. Do you know the DSS picked him up about 2 weeks ago? Now he's off. I mean, his family, he's pulled out from Nigeria. Today, they have picked up one Bishop Faye Daniels and banked him in Kirikiri. They paid 2 ladies to say that he raped them and picked up the man.
Do you know that it was tonight?
Just because,
Jide,
yeah.
Do you know it was tonight? I have seen that story, right? And the first thing that came to my mind was that the guy raised an alarm that some people are calling him, blackmailing him, and asking him for, you know what I mean, or they're going to go public. So something was telling me that it's not hard for Nigeria to put together 1 and 2, especially this APC, and some ladies will show up that he raped them. Go on, please.
No, it's because of his prophecy. He said he didn't hide his mouth. He said, "Listen, I am obedient. I am obedient to the core." And Tinubu is not going to be sworn in. That is so clear to him. The way he knows his name, he knows that, and that guy never misses. He says we should watch everything, even what is happening to him now. He said, "Listen, that at some point they will come for me, if not kill me or even pick me up." I know that. He's just been prepping his mind, so I think he knows. He already knows what is going on. So that tells you how evil. How can people that are supporting this evil APC, they see all these things that is going on? That alone should show them that, listen, they should even go and beg God for forgiveness. Imagine this kind of man should come into government. Killing will just be nothing. Honestly, we will think that Buhari is.
Now, I've said that one before. Now, Jide, see, all they have to do is frame people up, and they will arrest you. And then for them to come and prove what they frame you up for, they won't have any proof. They won't prove anything. The court will just keep you, and they'll be extending and adjourning and adjourning. Exactly. And I don't think they will be able to survive that, though. Because they have to look at people.
They can't kill everybody. I want to make a request too. Sure. You know that your Sue song and all that by Shore has lost it too. Go and write this down. I believe Shore he's been compromised. It's just only time he will announce and say he's now a PC. That young man, unfortunately, has lost it. He showed that he does not have the love of Nigeria. He does not have the genuine. Yes.
What would be your request? You don't want me to play that song anymore, at least not for now.
Please, I think everybody's just getting pissed off and all that. He doesn't, because he's no longer relevant. He's no longer relevant. The guy is confused. Imagine saying that that Peter Obi, on Twitter today, he was saying that Peter Obi and all Labour Party, they're into forgery. They forged everything. How can you say that? You are the same person that was. It's just like you're the same person that was fighting for all the injustice of Nigeria. Now you are. The man is confused. I think for now, let's just pray for him. Let's pray for the brother. Let's pray. I don't know what's happened to him.
I'm also following all of these things, okay? And in all honesty, having putting my own sincerity out there, I am personally concerned for Shore too. But he's an adult. Hang on, he's an adult, okay? He's responsible for all his actions. And he's one person that his position won't change my respect for him. Because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, okay? Everything is going to come back to the same thing, which is that whichever intention of everybody, time will unveil everything. Whether your intention is good, whether your intention is bad, okay? Like you have seen right now, I'm so disappointed in Showore, because right now this is Showore unraveling to somebody like you. This is not the Showore you know. I get that and I respect that, okay? Jide, sorry, please.
So keep on doing what you're doing. We will not. I will not even be surprised. We wake up tomorrow morning. We'll hear that Peter Obi has been arrested too. Because I know that they just want that. I mean, that will give them some orgasm.
That's also a path that no matter how mad they are, Jide. Okay, I know Nigeria is a crazy place. So, are you with me? Right?
Yes.
But they would dare not arrest Peter Obi. Majority, you need to know something, right? The most feared people right now by the Nigerian politicians, whether PDP or APC, are disobedient. They don't know them. They don't know their number.
I know.
They don't know what they are capable of. So Obi, as he is, right? Not that they can't try it, or if they try that, Baba, we may actually be talking about something different, not the election anymore. Trust me. And they know that.
Obi and Dati, I mean, because the obedient movement is now a worldwide movement. Even some Americans are even joining. You know, there's always one thing or the other happening on Twitter. Yesterday, this guy there's this guy called Gutman, Dr. Gutman. He's doing a fantastic job. You know, he's a lot of because with this Guinea passport thing, they can't. I don't know. I think they're just thinking how they are going to defend that. It's just so hard to defend.
Jide, see, let me tell you something. If we are talking about a real country, by now they should have arrested him. By now, even as number one, Akoko, Jide, he will never actually get to a stage where he's going to be a candidate of his party. No way, right? But let's assume that he pushed to this stage. By now, people would have started arresting some people. That some of us don't even know how, to get to know how he did all of this. By now, they would have started arresting some people, showing them up and say they arrested this one, director of that one, somebody who is the secretary here and there. Sure, you get, but it is Nigeria. Okay? He has committed a perjury. Something that should see him in jail. But it is Nigeria. I won't raise up. Trust me.
Yes. Look at the other one in what state was it that ordered for about 17 people to be shot, and he was rigged in. I wouldn't say he was voted in. Was rigged in. These people are just doing things with they're just doing things with impunity. They are so confident. God. Anyway, it is well. Let me leave other people.
There's always this light, kind of gray light in the dark sky, if you ask me. And that is normal. 2 months after election, Baba, let's be honest now. You won't expect the people they said came third to still be this very strong, vibrant, and effective. That the winners are spending millions of money, sending people all over the world to try and help them change the narrative. It has never happened before.
Yeah, propaganda.
You get what I mean?
It has never happened before.
It has never happened before.
And the obedient movement is getting stronger and more vocal and more stronger and more vocal by the day.
That is the light, the little light on that dark cloud.
Yeah.
It is something to hold on to.
Yeah.
Jide?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Baba.
Okay. God bless you, sir. Okay. Bye-bye.
Sorry, guys. In case if you be wondering, like some always say that, okay, like, Mayego, let him talk now. Don't talk over him. No, it won't be my fault. You may not understand. You see, somebody who is calling in onto the program, there is this whole connection stuff that sometimes they have delayed convo. And when I speak, by the time the broadcast will release it to all of you watching, it's going to sound like I'm talking over them. Or I'm doing my best to reduce that friction, the way I speak and all that. So please bear with me. It's not that I'm talking over my speakers, okay? It happens. Hello there.
Yeah, my good general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good to talk to you again today.
It's a pleasure, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, the last caller was talking about Showore. And I want to say something about it as well. Showore was somebody we respected a lot. We campaigned for him.
I know.
But what is happening with him now, I don't really know if he was really genuine or not, or Bobby tried to fight for his freedom so that he will let him go to America to stay with his family. Nobody know well. We as part that go through a lot anyway, but the way it's going now is not professional at all. As somebody that was fighting for the freedom.
It is concerning. People said that, I mean, if you are not going to face the winner, the next person that should be next should be Atiku, because if Tinubu is disqualified or anything, Atiku should be next, Abi, according to INEC. So if there's anybody to focus on, it shouldn't be the third person. But I get it. I get it. But he's an adult. I don't think any of us can actually speak for him. But go on, sir.
Yeah, one thing you should know, if you read the Bible as a Christian, there is one thing that happened where David said, David saw what delivered into his hand. But he said, no, I cannot kill an anointed person because you don't kill a king to become a king. With the way Showore is going, he can never become a king. Because to be a president of Nigeria is a king. He can never get to that position because you can never kill a king to become a king. People know this principle, they don't kill kings. Yeah, it is. So he should have sense. And if he still put his eye in that presidential position, with the way it's going, he can never get there. So that's just what I want to.
Thank you so much. May I take another one? I mean, Showore is possibly watching himself as well, and he's a fan here. I was going to get him to come on to my political, but I just wanted to make sure that the whole election of a thing is no longer in play. But with the level things are going right now, it seems that the cloud is gathering. People are not happy with Showore. Here, hello there.
One
name Osita.
Yeah, it's your brother.
Yes, sir. How are you?
There's something really I really don't want us to be doing in this program, and that's the reason. And I believe a lot of people are concerned the way I am, and that's the reason some of us don't even want to talk about it. Especially in the sense that I come from the East. Other people come from the East and they don't want to talk about this Showore issue. I don't like talking about it so that somebody will not think, Peter B is from the East and that is the reason I'm talking about it. But I have seen it because the people that is on this your platform, they are united by one voice, and that voice is you.
I believe.
Because you are the leader here, no matter the age, no matter how somebody sees, you are the leader.
Well, they call me the GO, the General Overseer, and I don't think it's because of the age. Thank you.
Yeah, Osita. I am so happy when you were saying something today. You said 80,000, and I said to my friend that is there, I said, wow, 80,000. But I said, what brought you that 80,000 on a political platform is not because of you come here, you talk to us and talk. No. It is because we see the truth in you, the reality in you, the unbiasedness in you. Neither do you pretend. That is the reason we are attracted to your voice.
Thank you.
Though sometimes it is not everything that you say that all of us we agree on.
No.
But the truth is that because of your personality, we have the mind of accommodating whatever that you bring on the table. And we found out something too. It is not because of you are the only one moderating, but people, you are receptive and you You learn from people too, because I see the way you pay attention when somebody is talking. These are qualities of great leadership. I am sorry. Omoyele Sowore is somebody, a lot of people know him from far, but I don't think I know him from far because I attended Bobby College. There's a relationship between Bobby College and Unilag those days. If anybody who knows the history of these two schools, we are like the junior high school to Unilag. So what am I trying to say here? The thing I'm trying to say here is, like the two previous scholars, they said, oh, that he said he cannot kill a king to become a king. Quite all right, that is true. It is spiritual. But what we are trying to talk about here is, I know where all these things are coming from. You somehow said something about it. But in leadership, it is the followers that choose whosoever that is going to lead them.
That's right.
You have to work towards it. And it is only when you show that true capacity. I wouldn't lie to you. You see, if you rise up tomorrow and say, oh, something changed your mind, you want to go into politics in Nigeria. A lot of people, if they see you talk twice alone, a lot of people, the numbers will double within 24 hours. That is the way it is being done. You cannot end people's trust by feeling jealousy about the other person. No. You won't. The day I saw Dr. Farotimi, the day I saw him talk about the obedience, that was when I know that this thing has gone beyond, I'm an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, I'm an ethnic man, I'm Ibibio, I'm Hausa man. Because that man is a man who doesn't just talk. That man, whatever he tells you, he digests it before he comes to TV to talk about anything.
That's right.
And that is what I am talking about. So if you're listening, you have a long way to go in politics. But then you will have to learn to serve, to win people's hearts.
That's right.
Being a political activist don't make you a good politician. I will tell you that. I listen to the greatest man that ever came out from Nigeria, and that is Chief Gani Fawemi. Either anybody likes it or not, he is the greatest man that came out of Nigeria. The man, they asked him that question about, are you going into this election because you want to win the election? He said, even if I am not going to win, but I want the people's voice to be heard. He didn't criticize any of those things, but he was being on point, talking about what Nigerians need, what they desire. He even went on to tell the political class, eat the whole money, but give these people the 4 basic amenities, which is the road, the light, the school, and shelter. That was what he was asking for. Because sometimes in life, political activists don't make a good politician.
I know.
Because they are not bendable politicians. Either we like it or not, both in UK, both in US, they are people who could actually bend. It is not all about me.
Especially you know one thing, Osita, sorry to cut you short there, all right? One thing here is that I believe that I can talk like this the way I am talking. Everybody will say, oh, I like Mayego, he's so real, he's so blunt. Sometimes he say them, I don't like them, but I just know that's Mayego, that's who he is. Do you get that? Now, if I choose that I want to go into politics, then I have to be somebody different. I can't be this. I can't be somebody who says, go to hell. Go yoma bloni. I can't be like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even when I feel like that. But again, I can't really explain it.
Do you know there was a video clip I saw P2B. I asked myself, so this man gets angry at times. Yes, but it doesn't mean that if it's inside or if within his castle.
You remember the one I remember, Osita? You remember the one between him and Dino? I said, Dino, why is he every time all over me? Leave me alone. I was like, see Peter Obi, person where they kill. That's him, angry Peter Obi.
So,
Dino,
there's another one.
Why is he always
there's another one. Yeah, there was another one he was talking about. There's another one he was talking about, Kolu, if you remember it. The one he was talking about, Kolu, that if you talk, they will say that it's a Miloko. It's my son. It's my son. But the way he said it inside and the way he normally says it outside is not the same. So this is something that you cannot make people choose you. It is only people that will choose you, but you cannot make people choose you. That is something that Sowore needs to understand. He needs to understand that detailed, that detailed orientation. That
anyway,
the people
Osita, without having to tell you what to talk because of our time, right? I have been expecting people to actually react on this Fashola statement because I feel embarrassed on that one, no. But I haven't seen anybody say something so far. But I can't tell people what to talk about.
The only thing I can say as regards to that particular Fashola thing. You see, it is only in Nigeria that you ask somebody what's their occupation, they will say politics. I'm a politician. What's his name? Muhammad Buhari tenure is winding up. All of them, they are trying to fix themselves back again to make themselves relevant.
Right.
If not for that reason, why would Fashola come all this while? You didn't even campaign with him, but all this while, why will you start
just
coming
come
on
out
TV
now.
to start
You're
talking
right,
about?
so it didn't campaign for him.
So what everybody is planning is that, let us keep our job. Let us keep our job. That is just what they are doing.
Even by sounding foolish. Somebody who be lawyer who doesn't understand
somebody
the law.
that said it's an SAN. I want to tell you something about this SAN.
Yeah.
You remember my hero forever and ever, Chief Ganifa Emi again.
I remember.
The man said they were trying to tell the man that, you are not an SAN. He said, why do I need your SAN? When I was in school, I was considered one of the bad students, which is that he doesn't have good grades. But when we came out to practice, all of you were reading my books. That's what you give to your students. You were reading my books for success. So that is what you see in Nigeria. Anybody that, the whole fan that you have in Nigeria, they are all political fans.
It's political
None of them. Do you know? Go and ask any of them that you see. I will ask Kiyamo, any day I see Kiyamo, that tell me the indices, the yardstick they use in making you stand. Because to be a fan, there is a reason why you are acknowledged as a fan. The dead cases that you went to the judiciary to bring up in the Supreme Court and set it alive again and win is one of the yardsticks. For Kiyamo, I do not know what he has done because the whole cases that he handled for EFCC,
I know.
He lost
to except one. No. 22 cases, he lost 21, except one that they had to settle out of court. He didn't even win it. They settled out of court.
He didn't even win it.
Osita, ma take another one. Keyamo, come here. I want to hear it from you too.
Am I here to think that the APC is the best thing to happen to Nigeria? I'll be a fool to say so. Am I here to say that there are no thieves within the APC? I'll be a fool to say so. Will I be here to defend the APC as the purest political party, as the cure all and be all, and the and the cure elixir we have been looking for? I'll be a fool to say so. No.
Hello there.
Yeah, Mayogu.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hi, Emmanuel from London.
Emma, I'm very well.
Yeah, Emmanuel.
How are you?
How are you? Right. This you talk about this Fashola. What you don't understand, some of these Nigerian politicians, it's fantastic. It's shocking sometimes when you see them, the way they make their points and the way they try to stand up to talk to people about issues that is concerned, serious issues, and they don't blink. They don't have a shame of it. When you look at this, even Tinubu, I was thinking about him because Tinubu has actually made everybody to start thinking about him. I thought about this Tinubu yesterday. This guy, we shouldn't even be angry about this guy anymore. We also have to congratulate him in one way or the other. This is completely, when you look at this man with the issue that is going on, this is a petty criminal that actually made it big.
Right.
This is a petty criminal that made it big. So in one way or the other, it's a deed of his own. There's nothing different with Tinubu, with those guys who used to work in Oluwole those days, printing fake documents.
The manipulators, the certificate forgers, anything where you want, it no matter.
Exactly. I'm telling you.
And there were successful ones too, Emmanuel. There were actually successful ones. So some people left Nigeria, right? Not because they got visa from America, but because they had to cut this head and that head, and they called themselves successful. So Tinubu is the only person who took his own to presidency. That's a wow.
I'm telling you.
No, that's
Tinubu
a
is a big Tinubu is a big dude. I'm telling you.
Wow.
This man is a clearly a petty criminal who made it to the top. I'm telling you. One way or the other, we should salute him for that. It's not an easy ride. He has done well. If you look at it from that angle, that a petty criminal.
If he is an American, there will be a movie about him. Trust me. And there will be many stories about him that will make so many blockbusters. You mean? Ima?
Exactly. And all these issues, he hasn't been caught. Right. About Showoru, what is happening about Showoru? I can understand. I think Showoru is having a bit of messed up because if Obi wasn't there, he would have had some support from the obedience.
I know.
And I think probably he has not recovered from that issue. All right. But you know what happened in politics? When somebody like that, all those young boys, like you, like everyone, in life, in politics, what leads you throughout your political life is your ideology.
That's right.
And nobody can change your ideology.
No.
Either you're left, you're right, or you center right, or you center left. This is how you're going to live your life until you die. Because that's the ideology that you believe in.
See,
you cannot be right today, tomorrow. This is where Nigerian politics is completely messed up. You can't be right today. The next day you are left. So how does it work?
No idea.
How does it work? This is who you are. When I look at you now, I know you are left, you're center left, and nobody can change that. This is your foundation. Even no matter how somebody tries to indoctrinate you, how would that person change it? Because that's what you believe. That's your political conviction. That's where you believe in. So if somebody like Tinubu that you believe that you will expect that will have a political ideology, and that ideology shouldn't change. It's come now to start to move left and right. You begin to wonder, man, what were you saying before?
What is wrong?
I love this because of the ideology. Because I love him because I thought he's an ideological driven man. He's a man with ideology. He's a political. So all turning left and right again doesn't make sense.
I mean, it gets people. It gets this young generation. You know, somebody like him has been a sort of a light. Don't let us deny ourselves that, right? Is one of those who contributed to the consciousness of these young people today. He stood when men were sitting, when men were running. He was among the men that stood. But that's why it's so disappointing for some of these young people today that how could he be attacking their choice? How could he not be able to read the room? Unfortunately, I won't be able to answer that. Maybe I will even drag him here. Show. I'll say, show, come, let's have a show together. So maybe he will come around.
Yeah, let's have a show because there's always the two sides of the story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's always two sides of the story.
People believe what they see. People can see what Shore is dishing out to them, and they feel like he's deliberately putting their man, which is their choice, on that pedestal. I mean, for what? Do you understand? Like, why? And I understand why people feel the way they feel. And they have right to feel the way they feel. But again, I hope I have a chance of bringing him here soon without people having to come here with dagger like Showore. I mean, Ima, might take another call, and let's call it a night before it's too late. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now I have another caller. Meanwhile, if you have been sitting down there with us for so long, over 3,000 of us are still left on YouTube, and only 1,200 of us have actually paid their offerings. Your offering is just to like that video. And my regards to Grandma. I got your message earlier. Meanwhile, I have a caller. Sorry for that. Okay, hello there.
Yeah, Mayogun, this is Fidelis calling from Canada.
Oh, Fidelis, how are you doing? How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing very great. First, I would applaud you for a good job that you're doing. As a matter of fact, I think if we decide to rank Christians and top pastors, God will have no other choice than to give you the crown that you spoke the truth in the midst of fire. That's exactly the kind of people we want. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So that people we want. We want more Christians, especially Khan, I'm surprised and so shocked, I'm even ashamed that I know if Jesus was still on earth, he probably would have carried whip and entered the streets, but I don't know what is really happening, They are all just keeping quiet. Sunday, they talk in parables. Nobody is prophesizing nothing, I think that is enough to show to us now that we are actually deceiving ourselves, The Bible says God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, so shall he reap. You understand? So it's a very simple thing. And many of them don't talk. Everyone is keeping quiet. They are securing themselves, It's not the best though. Anyway, that's just from one side. As regard to Showore, I think, like you rightly said, he's a little bit overwhelmed as regards to the fact that a lot of supports are going to be, but that itself is now a litmus test. Because really, if you find out that someone with you are fighting for the same cause, and the person seems to be pulling more crowd, is it not good for you now to say, okay, since we are all aiming to get to that promised land, let's work together to make sure that the vehicle carries all of us to that promised land?
That should have been the ideal thing, but,
Yeah, that should be the ideal thing, Yes, in a house where you have like about 5 boys, quarrel can be there, but that is not enough now for you to see that one person is succeeding. Then you wouldn't join that train to say, okay, let me help. And I think that's where he's missing it wrong. Yeah, because his followers and people that believe in him also have this ideology as well. So why don't they just relax and say, look, obedience are pulling it in this end. Rather than us countering them, let's join them, because we all want to see if we can save Nigeria.
There was a time I told people, I said, see, I understand a lot of people believe that whatever they are doing is the right way to go about it. But in my own book, I just believe that something triggered all of us to be what we are today. And that something is the corrupt establishment in Nigeria. Whether you want Biafra, whether you want Yoruba nation, whether you want revolution now, and then recently the obedient, and everybody who has stood up against the unfair, unjust system in Nigeria. They were pushed to that stage by a failed Nigeria. Why should you be fighting yourselves? Like, I will ignore anything negative about Showore simply because opening them up is not going to help anything that other people are standing for. Rather, it's going to help the establishment when you destroy ourselves. But when people who are supposed to know better are doing otherwise, it breaks out. So I know why people are reacting the way they are. Because when Showore come gun blazing after the obedient goes bottle stick wielding after the revolution now. Okay? And the Biafrans, the IPOB also are going after, you know what I mean? Everyone is going after everyone. Who wins? The establishment now. Since you can't agree, they win. But not everybody go get them, Baba. Fidelis.
Yes, so just before I hang up, let's all of us here in this house also know that Showore lost his brother in this struggle. Awesome. You get it? So a person who has lost someone and at the same time also came out, it's not like keeping quiet, also came out. Let's not continue to pour the baby and the dirty water aside. Let's just behave more mature to see that his name is not tamed, because that's exactly what that's what our enemies want. They want us to fight ourselves and all that. So we really don't want that. Then as regard to Tinubu, I think his case is done deal. I don't know why we are still. The guy is a criminal. He's a drug lord. He has dual citizenship and all that. I don't know why we are. Look, the more we keep talking about his issues, it's more like we are giving him credence, which he doesn't deserve. If the law court finally comes up to say they are giving it to Tinubu, like that he said, it's over with democracy. I don't know what we are. There's no need to overflog this issue because apologies has to be given to every drug person that is placed behind bar in Nigeria. You understand? So it's not a question of overflog, and nothing will happen. All these ones that they keep saying that if the law gives it to Peter Obi, then crisis, nothing is going to happen. I'm telling you,
many of them. Everybody will have to kind of adjust. No, Abi.
They will run and leave the country because they know very well that Peter Obi will chew them, and they know, and we are all behind him. Nothing is happening. No, all this talks. What we should be talking about now is that our military has been infiltrated. We have a lot of Boko Harams there already. How are we going to manage that? That is a big monumental thing that has to be discussed. Yes, so we have. They are in everywhere. They are in all the sectors. So that's a big. In fact, I don't even know how Peter Obi is going to manage because the same people now who are clamoring, we obedience who are clamoring for Peter Obi, when he goes once, we will now look for how we want to sacrifice him. They did it to Jesus, so it's not today. So we need to see how we're going to manage it. If it's not working, then let's sink it all and then rebuild another country and let everybody have a pride in the country that they
can call their own. But if the establishment allows it, remember, a lot of people who are distancing themselves from Nigeria are doing so because they know those who made them hate Nigeria, and the people who made them do that, right? They are the same people who are now like about to end democracy in Nigeria if it's not already ended. Okay, so yeah, time will tell. Yeah. I like that. Thank you so much. Let me take one more call and I'll call it.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
Thanks so much, Fidelis.
No problem.
That's Fidelis from Canada. I love speaking to people from Canada. Oh, I love speaking to everybody from everywhere. So I've got another caller. Hello there.
How are you doing?
Yes, sir.
Thank you at last. Thank God.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, since April 8th, I've been trying to get you.
February 8th. And here we are, April 17th. Well, that's a good one, sir. I'm glad you made it tonight. It's good to hear from you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Bless you, sir.
First of all, April 8th was my birthday, as I've told you before.
Yes.
Once more, my name is Akinola Fury. And on that day...
By the way, sir. Yeah, go on, sir.
Yes, sir. Despite my mood and the situation I'm going through, sincerely speaking, I thank God. Though they asked me to go for therapy and all those stuff, but you are my therapy. And I thank God that you are there for people and for me, especially me and for other people. Seriously, any day that I didn't hear your message, it's as if I've lost something. Because I got a lot of messages. I got different kinds of vocabulary. I was able to see the picture of Nigeria and the feelings of people, the way they are. And then it's so emotional. And sometimes, like today, I feel like...
sorry to cut you there, sir. That means the aspect where I kind of try to comically present some serious issue when people will be laughing, that's actually a very good inclusion in my programs, is it?
Yeah, it is.
But people smile on your faces where you are sitting down there, no matter what you are going through. You just sit down there and you are listening and you are laughing, and at the same time, that's a good one, yeah? Is it, sir?
Yeah. You have this mixture of making people to be serious. You see, I'm sorry, I don't want to go too long. When I was in secondary school, even when I went to the uni, I happen to be a student that I don't normally copy. I listen attentively to what the teacher or the lecturer is talking about. Then with that, I'll be able to assimilate and be able to get things right. Like your own. It's as if I'm in the classes. I always listen attentively. And if you see most of my comments on your this thing, you'll see this.
I'm all here, sir. And I think that's a network problem. And I'm actually just getting into that convo. We will hang on and see if that comes back. before we go. Imagine now somebody who has been trying to get in there since February 8th, and here we are, so lucky to be together, but the network will let us have it, okay? So thank you. Meanwhile, I want to say thank you to all of you who have responded to that my request that take me to 80,000. Let's take the congregation to 80,000. 80,000 means like we are bigger than the Manchester United stadium. I don't know. How many capacity? Or Manchester City? Or Maracana. Maracana is 140,000 or so. No, Maracana is too big. We haven't gotten to that. So thank you to everybody who responded. And now I am just about 5 people to that 80,000. So I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. And on Mayegun's Diary Political, something I kind of so much appreciate a lot is the fact that people actually sit down for hours listening to Mayegun, contributing, and even meeting people. That's some other thing that some of you don't know. People actually meet people on Mayegun's Diary Political. People build relationship, they start friendship here. And they will tell you, I met her on Mayegun's Diary Political years ago. Comment section. So that's one thing I appreciate about us. And 25 million views and 14 million hours in 3 years. It can only be you, the friends of Mayegun. So thank you to every one of you. Our time is up. I will see you some other time. And if you are just joining us, remember, the first 5 minutes is called the intro, usually music. Trust me, you can forward it if you are watching a replay. Others actually love to listen to the music too because they dance while they wait for the full juicy part. Thank you to every one of you. I'm going to call it a night and I'm going to see you some other time. Stay safe, and good night. Odaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary Political. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń gbà rìbá àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú àní ẹ̀sùn ràjù ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì àní ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.